Welcome to the Naked Party Time podcast, where we get real and raw about life, leadership, and love.
While having lots of fun along the way.
So what do you say? Are you ready to get naked?
Let's do it.
You don't have to wait until retirement to live out your dreams. That's what Sabrina said on the last episode, and it's what we're talking about today in episode 14 of the Naked Party Time podcast. Well, welcome back and Happy New Year, everybody. It's the new year.
Yes.
My name is Jeff Manis. I'm joined by my wife, Sabrina, and we are your hosts. If you're watching on YouTube, hello to you as well. We're actually recording this on New Year's Eve.
We are so exciting.
So the big question is, will we stay up till midnight?
Jeff will not, probably.
Last year I did, and you didn't.
Yeah, but you preached a couple of sermons today.
Yeah, I know.
I probably will.
You think you will? Maybe you've been staying up later recently. Yeah. So it is New Year's Eve, and it's our date night. And what are we doing? We're podcasting. That's what we do. We had Jimmy John's, though. Yeah. We're back on track with Jimmy John's. Today's episode is called You Don't Have to Retire to Live Your Dreams. Sabrina, you said something like that on our last episode. That wasn't word for word. I think you said it a little bit differently.
Probably better than that.
Probably better.
Yeah.
But as soon as you said it, I knew that would be the title and focus of this episode. What did you mean when you said that? You don't have to, I think you said you don't have to retire to live your life. Or don't wait until you retire to live your life.
Yeah, I don't really remember exactly what I said. But I just feel like we make these bucket lists, or we don't make them at all. But we try to live our dreams now, but we're doing it full of debt, or we have all this credit card stuff, or we have car payments. Like we have all this stuff holding us back, almost like chains. And we don't have any debt because we've worked our butt off. And so why do we have to wait till we're 70 to do some things we want to do? Like, why can't we do it now? Even if it's one thing a year, like, why do I have to wait that long? I want to do it now. God has blessed us. If we use our money wisely, then I feel like we can do those things.
Yep. So we're talking about bucket lists today, life goals, dream list, whatever you want to call it. It's things you want to do, places you want to go, or something you want to accomplish in life. And all we're saying is you don't have to retire to do those things.
Right.
Even outside of the money aspect, I do think there's a lot of people, and we were probably this way until we started doing it. They just think of, well, when we retire, then we'll be able to do that.
Yeah.
When we don't have a job, when I'm not working full time, then. And I think by the time, if you wait that long, there's going to be a lot of the stuff you wanted to do that you just won't be able to do anymore, or maybe won't have the ability to do anymore. So we want to challenge people to do it now. In fact, each year, Sabrina and I not only review our bucket list, but one of our annual goals is to accomplish at least one thing on our list. We usually get more than one done. We try to do one every time. In the last two episodes, you might want to go back and listen to those. We walk through how we do an annual review of the previous year and then make a plan for the new year. And a part of the reviewing we do is also updating, maintaining, and pursuing our bucket list. Or if you don't have one yet, maybe you'll be inspired to start one.
Yeah.
With planning for the new year. So Sabrina, do you remember when we first did our bucket list?
It feels like a long time ago. I don't really remember. I remember sitting like in my room trying to think of all the things I want to do when we retire. And it was hard to like process that and dream a little bit.
Yep. It was 2012.
Holy cow.
So 9 years ago now. It was actually January of 2012.
Oh, wow.
So 9 years ago.
So that is a long time ago.
Yeah. I started
Were we
that
out
year.
Of debt?
I don't think so.
No, not yet. Not in 2012.
So I started that year reading a book by Mark Batterson called The Circle Maker. And in that book, he's got a whole chapter on life goals. He shared his list of, I think it was over 100 things that was on his list. And then he challenged the reader to do a life goal or a bucket list as well. And that's when we did it. So we started our list in 2012. And since then, we've accomplished 26 of our life goals.
Whoa.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, I had no idea it was that many.
Yeah. I went back through and counted them all. That surprised you? We've done that many?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because
so
what'd you say?
Years,
that's 9 years.
Yeah, we've done 26.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was super impressed as well. So we created our list in 2012. And if you're married, I would encourage you to have your own individual list.
Yeah.
and a couples list as well. And here's how Sabrina and I did it. I just had each of us build out our lists on our own.
Mm-hmm.
Then we sat down and shared our list with one another. Anything that was the same, we put it in our couples list. We called it our combined bucket list.
Mm-hmm.
And then anything that wasn't the same, we put it on our individual list. And there's some things that I have and you have that are different from one another, but then we've got a whole bunch that are the same as well. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit. I do think it's good for couples to know, this is what we're talking about right now, you don't have to share the same goals and dreams. It's okay for you to have some that are on your own.
Mm-hmm. You're two different people.
Yeah.
Jesus designed you guys completely different.
Yep. So I think sometimes married couples think they have to share every single dream or goal. And you don't have to. It's not necessarily the case. You might have a lot that are the same, but not all of them have to be the same. Like you said, we're individuals. We're unique. Mm-hmm. We have different desires. That's okay. For instance, I had 42 individual goals, bucket list items that Sabrina didn't have, and you had 22 that I didn't have.
You had 42 that I didn't have?
Yeah.
Holy cow, that's a lot.
So I don't know. You must think a lot more, about me, so you have more combined with me. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I just love being with you.
Yep. So all yours had me in mind when you did yours. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Some of Sabrina's goals I'll end up doing with you because, there's travel ones or something.
Yeah.
And I do think we should support our spouse's dreams and goals.
Yeah.
But they don't always have to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that helps somebody.
Yeah.
Because I remember talking to a couple that we don't have the same dreams. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You want to have some that are the same. I hope you have some to come up with on your own. But some of your bucket list things, I'll go with you, like your travel ones. I'll go because I love you, but they're not necessarily places I want to go.
What?
They're places you want to go. But I'll go with you because it's you.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I need someone to take care of me.
I try to sacrifice for you, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
You need somebody to take care of you when you travel because you don't know how to drive anywhere.
Exactly.
Get lost.
Yes, I am not very good at directions.
So just like your annual planning, I would just say set a day and time where you're going to sit down and come up with your list. That's what we did.
Yeah.
I said, hey, I want to do this. You went along with it for some reason. And we sat down, did it. Then when you're done, if you're married, set a time to share your list and then combine the items that are the same. If you're single, so to our single friends out there, you may want to ask someone else to join you in the process. Ask a friend, a family member that you can share your list with. Maybe they'll do the list and share it with you as well. And to help you out, I think every bucket list should include something in each of these 4 categories. This is
Is this from Mark's book?
Nope, it's on my own.
Okay.
And they all start with the same letter.
Yeah, of course they do. I should have known.
So 4 categories: faith, family or relationships, finance, and fun. I think if you can stick within those 4 categories, you'll pretty much come up with anything that you want to. But that helps you kind of focus in. I think it's good to have at least one thing in every one of those categories.
Well, and it makes it not so overwhelming. Like, where do I start? And so start with one category and think about that.
Yep. So, because you don't want, I shouldn't say you don't want, there's no rules to a bucket list.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want somebody to only have fun items on the bucket list. There's no eternal value to that.
Right.
I wouldn't want someone to have only faith ones on there because then there's no fun.
Yeah. You need to have a mixture.
Yeah. So think through your faith, your family or relationships. If you're married, that includes your spouse. If you have kids, it includes your kids. But it can be extended family or friends. We'll talk about that here in a second, but we have some with our friends. Finances, I think it's good to have some financial bucket list goals, and then fun, just fun things. So your goals don't have to break the bank. Mm-hmm. That's important also.
Yeah, they don't have to cost any money.
Yep. I think sometimes people assume a bucket list can only be things that are like impossible. They're going to cost all this money that I don't have yet, which is why we say we're going to wait till we retire. Because we think when we retire, I'm going to have all this money that I can use to travel and or whatnot. But they don't. Your goals don't have to break the bank.
Right.
They're just things that you want to do, places you want to go, or something you want to accomplish before your life is over. Mm-hmm. And most likely, you're not going to accomplish all of them.
Right.
Because we keep adding to ours, I think it's going to make it harder and harder and harder to accomplish all of them. But we're always dreaming about what could be. And that's why, again, we say, don't wait until retirement to do this.
Right.
Start now.
We can't predict the future. Like
Yeah.
all of our days are numbered.
Yep.
Our life is not on this earth forever. So why not enjoy it now?
Yep.
Make sacrifices now. Do fun things now. Like, don't let your kids hold you back, or
Yeah.
don't let finances hold you back. Like, use your health if it's good and take advantage of it. 'Cause when I turn 70, I have no idea what I might
Yeah.
be like. I
Yep.
might be stuck in a bed. I mean, who knows? Like,
Stick in bed. You might-
just where
That's
Jeff
a
can
funny-
take care of me.
It's a funny picture.
But like we don't know what tomorrow holds. So if God has given us health and we're using our money wisely, and people will watch our kids, or you know, whatever it is, like, don't listen to the lies of the enemy that say you can't do that, you don't deserve that now, you should wait. No.
That's good. Yep. So again, don't feel like you have to break the bank
Right.
to accomplish these. For instance, I went back and looked at all of our bucket list again today. In the faith category, Sabrina, one of your bucket list goals was to read the Bible from cover to cover in 1 year, from Genesis through Revelation. You wanted to read it. You hadn't done that at that point in your life. And when did you accomplish that? Was it last year, your first one, or 2 years ago?
2019.
So 2 years ago. So you've done it now 2 years in a row.
Yeah, I did 2019 and 2020, and I'm going to set up and do it in 2021.
That's awesome.
I don't know that I'll never not do it now.
That's what I was gonna.
Once I did it one time, I'm like, oh, I can do this over and over and over and still learn something.
Yep.
But now I'm like, I can't believe I wrote that in 2012 and did not accomplish it till 2019.
That might have been one you added later. I don't know if you wrote that one in 2012. It might have been one you added.
Man, I'm like,
We should
holy
write.
cow.
We need to start. Actually, that's a good note. We should start writing down when we added them. We don't do that.
Oh yeah,
We add
because that
new
would be
ones.
interesting to know.
Yeah.
How long did it take me to accomplish this goal, and to be able to look back and be like, wow, it took me 20 years before I got to do that.
Yeah.
Or
I'm pretty sure you didn't add that one in 2012.
okay.
Maybe you did. I don't know.
Yeah, I
We
don't
didn't write it
know.
down.
I don't remember.
But we need to start
either.
doing that
Yeah.
because we add some every year.
Mm-hmm.
We need to write
and we
down
take
what-
some away every year.
Yeah.
That we don't want to do anymore.
Yeah. So we need to write down when we're adding them. That would be super helpful. Just thought of something right there on the fly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So you doing that literally cost no money.
Right. Cost me time.
Time.
Mm-hmm.
But that was one of your goals.
Yep.
And you did it. And like you said, I don't know if you'll ever go back now.
Right.
Another one for us that it'll cost some money, but it's not going to cost a lot, is to go to the botanical gardens in Denver to see the Christmas lights.
We're going to bring this up, huh?
We were, you need to forgive me.
I already have.
We were supposed to do that this last December on our annual getaway.
Yeah, what happened with that? So
I
weird.
waited too long to get the tickets.
Waited too long. Mr. Planner over there.
And we missed it. They were sold out for the day we were going to be there. So I won't do that again.
Right. Because something comes around every year and you know it's coming. What is that? My birthday. It comes every year at the same time. And what do I want to do for my birthday? Every year.
Christmas lights.
Oh, look at Christmas lights. So, man, why didn't you book that soon
I'm
enough?
picking up on your sarcasm. As David Spade said in Tommy Boy, good, because I'm laying it on pretty thick.
Yep.
And you are. You're laying it on.
So what's the
thick.
plan for next year?
We're
Or for 2021?
We're gonna go to botanical gardens. There's two of them in Denver. We've been to the one, like the downtown one or whatever.
Yeah.
There's one on the south side of town that's like on a farm, and they do a hayride. And
And you have a reminder in your phone
I
on
do.
when you're going to buy those tickets? That's
I'm
good.
not gonna miss it this time.
That's good.
But all that to say,
I totally got off topic here.
that one won't break the bank.
No, it won't.
It'll take us gas money to get down there. We'll probably go out to eat.
Yeah.
And the tickets, they're like $15 to go see the lights. But it's just something that we wanted to do.
Yeah.
We saw that it was available a couple years ago, put it on our bucket list. We were going to accomplish it in December. I didn't buy the tickets in time. But again, it was just an example of it doesn't have to break the bank.
Right.
It can be something, even in your own town, that you want to do that you've not done.
Mm-hmm.
You can add it to your list. So when you make your list, think through those 4 categories: faith, family and relationships, finance, and fun.
Mm-hmm.
So one of our financial goals, we shared a faith one for you. One of our financial goals was to get 6 months of living expenses in savings. We've talked about that a couple times on the podcast episodes, but we accomplished that in 2020. Another one of our financial goals is to pay off our house before retirement. And we're on pace to do that with some years to spare if we continue on the path that we're on. Family and relationship goals. So we have some stuff in there about things we want to do or see our kid. We want to do with our kids or see our kids accomplish in life. Some of our bucket list things are pretty personal, even to our own children.
Yeah,
so
they don't know.
We're not going to share them publicly, but we do have some for our kids. We have ones that have to do with friends, what we want to do with them or see them accomplish. I know you have several that have to do with friends in your life, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, and 2 of them accomplished it.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for them.
It's awesome. So in the fun category, a lot of our bucket list items are just fun.
Yeah.
Mostly they're travel related.
Yes, they are.
Because we love to travel. Like on our fun list is to take a food vacation. Literally go on a vacation that is solely focused around where we are going to go eat.
We have been talking
Forever.
about, a long time. Maybe since
Yeah,
2012. I
think it
don't
was.
know.
I think that's an original one.
But we are like, when Jada graduates high school, we are out of here.
We want to go on a road trip that's
Yeah.
simply, the whole road trip is built around places we want to go eat.
Yep.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
We're going to do that one. We want to do a 15-day Hawaii cruise. That's been on the list the whole time. Now, I have no idea if cruising will ever come back at this point. So we'll see with that one.
That's been on the list since 2012.
Yep, that's been an original
Because when we
one.
took our first cruise with your family
Yes,
back
we were
in
hooked.
2005, we were like,
We love
where can we go now?
Yep.
And that has been on our list a long time.
Yep. We have on the list to go to the East Coast in the fall for a fall foliage tour. And my question is it foliage or foliage?
I don't know.
You know? I don't know either. Could probably ask Siri and they would tell us, but
We need someone from the East Coast to tell us how to say it.
well, it's not East Coast. It's
Well,
just
I know, but
it's foliage is the trees, the leaves. But is it foliage or foliage?
I have
Anyway,
no idea.
we want to see the changing of the colors
Yes.
on the East Coast. And we had that trip
I
booked
know.
for September of this last year.
Yes, in December of 2019,
Yeah, we booked it.
spent hours planning this East Coast trip that we were going to take in September of 2020. We knew where we were driving, what we were seeing, where we
had
were staying.
hotels booked, houses booked.
We were knocking off bucket
Car rental.
list items. I mean, we had it
We had
all.
flights, everything.
Yes.
And it all got
And then we
canceled
didn't get to do it.
because basically New York shut down.
Yes.
But we got to accomplish something else
Yes.
instead.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
went back to Savannah, Georgia, which was on our bucket list
Yeah.
to go back there because we've been there once.
So
and
we'll
we
try
went
New
back.
York
Yep.
in that area again sometime.
Yep. One that we added this year, so in this last month, in December, when we did our annual planning and review, we added to our bucket list to kayak all 13 reservoirs in Wyoming and then as many lakes or bodies of water that we can in our state. And like I said, we just added that. We took up kayaking this last year, borrowed some
We
kayaks.
literally tried it in August,
And we
and
loved
we're
it.
like, we're hooked.
So we bought some kayaks this fall, added that to the list. There's 13 official reservoirs in Wyoming, if we counted them correctly.
Yeah.
And we want to kayak all of them. And a part of our 2021 goals is to get to 6 of them. So we're going to get to 6. And there's a couple right around here, so that'll be super easy.
Yeah.
But we want to get to 6 of the 13 reservoirs in 2021. So set a time to do it. Then share those goals with someone, either with a friend or if you're married with your spouse, focusing on faith, family, finance, and fun. Combine the ones, married couples that are the same. Then at the end of each year or the beginning of the year, choose which ones you're going to try and accomplish that year. And I think everyone should try and accomplish one bucket list item each year.
Yeah.
And again, since we've started in 2012, I have the wrong number there on our notes, but how much did I say we accomplished? 26 of them we've accomplished, which is awesome.
And then we haven't put it out in our new house, but we have a photo album.
Yeah.
So after we complete a bucket list item, we put a picture of that in our photo album so we can look
Yep,
through
and the
and
date
see
that we accomplished it.
what we've accomplished. We
And
need to get that back out.
And on the shared note that I have with all of our bucket lists, we write on there if we accomplished it.
Yeah, we write the date when we do it, but we don't.
Not when we started.
Yeah,
We got to start doing that. So this year we're going to try and accomplish the Botanical Gardens for Christmas. We're gonna go to Vegas for your birthday, which is at Christmas time, because that's on our bucket list to see Vegas at Christmas. Especially the Bellagio has that special
I want to go to those gardens.
garden thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back to Disney with our kids, which, Lord willing, we'll be finishing up that bucket list item the week this podcast drops.
We took our kids for the first time in 2009. And when we got back, we were like, we want to go again in 5 years. And we tried saving, and then things happened.
Yep.
And we just kept putting it off. And so finally, 9 years later, we've got the money, we've got everything planned, and we are going.
And that's been on the bucket list since we went.
Yep, since 2009. So we put it, 2009 is when we went, but we put it.
2009.
When we went to Disney World.
2011.
Oh, you're right, 2011. I'm sorry.
Yep.
December of 2011 is when we went.
Yep.
Yeah, because 9 years would not add up correctly.
Yeah.
If you were doing the math. Oh, my goodness.
And then, so that we want to do this year the Botanical Gardens. We want to do go to Vegas, Disney with our kids. And then, Lord willing, I'm going to release my second Christmas family kids book, which is in the trilogy of books I have in my head, ideas, all starting with the Christmas cloth.
Yes.
This one's going to be from the perspective of the donkey at the Nativity. And then you'll kind of see Christmas and the life of Jesus through the lens of the donkey. I'm excited.
I'm so excited, yeah.
So we have the Christmas cloth, and then we'll have that one. I'm not going to say the name yet, but we do have a name for that one. And we have
a secret name
too that we will not share publicly. Then lastly, during our year-end planning session, we review our bucket list to add new items like the kayaking thing, but we also review it to take off items, which you had mentioned earlier, that we no longer desire to pursue. And this is an important step, I think. As you grow as a person, if you have kids, as your kids grow, your desires are going to change. And that's okay.
Yeah.
I think it's actually a good sign that you remove things from the list, because it's a sign that you are changing, hopefully for the better.
Yeah.
And now things that maybe you once thought were important are no longer important, and new things are important. And since we've started our list, we've removed 12 different goals. I counted those up. Things that we once thought were dreams that no longer are dreams. As we reviewed our list this past year, it was eye-opening to see a couple of our goals for our kids. We pretty much removed them because they aren't relevant or possible anymore. Trips we wanted to take with the kids while they were kids. And, they're no longer really kids. They're turning into young adults. They're just not going to happen now. Even some of the things we wanted to do, the kids probably wouldn't even want to do.
Right.
It's not relevant to them anymore.
Right.
So doing this review of your bucket list really helps you be aware of how fast time is moving. Yeah. Again, this is why we don't want you to wait until retirement to do it. I mean, there was a number of our goals that we just simply said we're not going to do it because time went by. We let time go by and didn't pursue those, and we don't want that to happen to those of you who are listening.
Yeah.
So that's how we developed, maintained, and pursue our bucket list. Set a time to do it. Share it with someone. If you're married, that's your spouse. Schedule or plan the ones that you're going to pursue each year, and then remove the ones that no longer apply. It's actually, I think the hardest part is starting it.
Yeah.
Because, if I have 46 and you had 22 plus our combined ones, I don't know how many that we probably have over 100.
Well, and not everybody is visionary. Not everybody is futuristic. Not everybody is a dreamer. I have a hard time dreaming, like when it comes to my business. And so it does take a little bit of time and some thinking and maybe writing down some things that may never happen, but you never know. Nothing in life is guaranteed, positive or negative. So why not write it down and see what happens?
Yep. And if you don't write it down, you're not even going to try to do it.
No.
It kind of goes back to what we said in the previous podcast.
That's what I was going to say.
That, if you don't plan out some things, life's just going to happen to you. Before you know it, you will be 70 years old, retired, and have no idea what you want to do with your life.
Yeah.
So doing this, I think, helps keep you looking forward to something. You're always looking ahead at what is possible for our life, which I think is a really good thing.
And if you're married, I think our kids should not be our number one focus. well, Jesus first.
Yeah.
And
but
then your
marriage,
relationship
yeah.
with your spouse. So, I mean, we are so adamant about getting away once a quarter and going on vacation together. And kids aren't meant to hold you back
Yeah.
from the life Jesus has for
Yep.
you. Let your kids join in on your bucket list.
Yeah.
Have them. What are some dreams they
Yeah.
have? Like, let them join in. I don't think we even asked
Yeah,
our
I was
kids
gonna say we probably
what
need
they
to do
wanted
that.
to do.
Yeah.
We just assumed we knew what
Yeah.
they wanted to do, and that's why some things have gone off because they've gotten bigger and we are no longer the coolest thing in their lives.
Yep.
We maybe are the opposite of
Yes.
that, the dumbest things in their life. No, I shouldn't say that. But I want you to dream and have
Yeah.
fun and look at your relationship with Jesus. Like, really look at these things. Don't let it overwhelm you.
Yeah.
I think it's so good, not only for our relationship, but also for our kids to see us
Yeah.
living that way, for our kids to see us pursuing one another and putting each other first and putting Jesus first and accomplishing those things. Even
Yep.
if they don't agree or have the desire to do the same things, I think it will still inspire them as an adult.
Yep. This is one of the favorite things we do. Wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah.
I love that we do this. And I when we first made the list, I think we ignored it. Like, it was just a list until we started getting intentional and saying we need to. If we don't start pursuing these, it's just going to be a list until the day we die.
Yeah.
So then we started saying, well, every year let's try to do one, and now we're doing multiple, typically in a year.
And sometimes we end up doing ones that we didn't
Yes.
have as our goals, like in 2020.
Yeah, we added some different ones.
Ended up having to cancel some,
Yep.
and then we did some, even on accident. Sometimes we'll be like, that was on our bucket list. We
Yeah.
got another one
Yep.
down. Like, it's exciting.
I even love removing ones that no longer apply.
Yeah.
Because again, it's a sign of progress. And that's what we want to be all about. So what do you always say, Sabrina?
Yes. Practice makes. No, that's not what I say.
Wow.
It would be amazing if I could get through a podcast.
I even wrote it down for you. You were so confident. Practice makes.
because you don't write it down.
I said it's right in the notes.
But I don't say it like that when I'm just talking to people.
Progress, not perfection.
I say practice makes progress is what I say all the time.
You always say it's about progress, not perfection.
Yes, but I probably say...
Oh my goodness. We were just talking about with Michaela at dinner
we are so not professional here, people.
that we need a blooper roll. I said, we just leave them in. We don't need a blooper roll. We have one we literally have a blooper every single episode, and it's usually from you.
Yes, it is. This is as
Oh, my
real as
goodness.
it gets. Okay,
We are
practice, not perfection. Is that what I said?
Oh my goodness. We have done come off the rails, folks. Yep, it's practice, not perfection.
I
Oh,
can't
my
see
word.
the computer.
We have lost it. We officially lost it.
my
Sabrina's
Lanta.
laughing so hard she can't put her glasses on, so now she can't read. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It's about progress, not perfection.
Okay, pull it together here.
So, it's a good thing we're at the very end here.
Yes, it is good.
Our dog just came in here. On the next episode, I'm going to walk through how I created a life plan.
Maybe I should not be on that
Maybe,
one.
yeah, I just do it on my own.
Yeah.
As we closed out 2020 and kicked off 2021, we are really focusing here on these life planning things. So doing an actual life plan brought me so much clarity. And that episode will drop on January 25th. Between now and then, I do hope you'll get your own bucket list written down, shared with someone else, and then that you'll start to pursue it. Don't wait until you're retired to pursue your dreams. Do it
Yes.
now. Do it now. And we'd love to see you do that. Sabrina, it's time we end this thing.
Yes, it is. I'm
Let's-
so sorry.
Let's end with our marriage mantra. You ready?
Ready.
We are
United in Christ, unstoppable with Christ, and unbreakable because of Christ. My glasses are fogging up.
Now it's time for you to go get naked.
And party.
Praise the Lord. We'll see you on the other side. Thank you for listening to the Naked Party Time podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, rate, and review on all of your podcast platforms. If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure and subscribe as well. For more content, go to jeffmanis.com.